Hey everybody, Flip and Danny here, founders of the Freedom Real Estate Group family of companies, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, which is called
Freedom Through Passive Income.
That's right, and welcome to another episode, and this is another Motivational Monday.
Yeah.
And this Monday is called You Don't Always Need a Plan.
That's right. So my idea on this one was, how many times have we done something without a full plan? And this is personally and professionally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say it's about 60-40 that we don't plan.
Okay.
There are times. Now here's the caveat. There are times that we go, we're going to do this, this, and this. And we go, yes, let's go. And after the first this, the rest of the day goes somewhere else. So much for that plan. But we had a plan.
Yes.
And it didn't mean we stuck to it.
Yes. So I think there's two lessons in there.
Yeah.
Number one is you don't need one to start. If you understand the direction that you're going and you understand the first step you want to take, that's really all you need. There's your destination. This is your first step. Worry about step 2 tomorrow.
Right.
Or once you finish step one could take a month, right? Worry about step 2 once step 2 gets there. Just know your destination and know where you're pointed.
Yep.
Right? And if you're a planner, well then go ahead. Create your plan.
Right.
Don't overthink it, quite frankly. That's a second lesson and really the lesson of this episode.
Yeah.
Create your plan. However, but I would say, and probably you more so than me, because I feel like I get more detailed in the planning than probably you do, make it a very, high level plan. Just, here's this. That's the 5 steps that we're going to take to get to our destination. And if things move, like that line to success is not a straight line. If things change, well, we can alter quickly, because we took 5 minutes to create a 5-step plan. Who cares? But now we know what the 5 steps are. We're going to start with step 1, and we're going to go all the way until step 6, or step 5, whatever you ended with. But I think it's really, really important that action be what you're looking at more than you look at anything else.
Yeah.
If you can only come up with that destination in step 1, don't worry.
Yeah.
That's fine. We do that all the time. In fact, we'll literally, personal lives, get in the car and not know where our destination is.
Yeah. Where are we going tonight?
We don't know. But and he'll just start driving. Like, I don't know, what, in the mood for something? You want to do this? Do you want to go to a movie? Do you want to go out to eat? Do you want to, and we'll just figure it out as we go. That's probably careless when it comes to professional, but not always. Trust your gut, trust you, trust that you kind of have an idea of what you want. Just get started, and don't be afraid of that.
I think back all the way to the beginning when we, do we have a plan? Well, we knew that we needed to put letters on people's doors to buy their houses.
Yep.
And so we went out and we got the color paper. We wrote the note and we printed them, and we had the stack and we went to bed. The next morning we woke up. Where are we going? I don't know. Where are we going? Well, let's hit this neighborhood. Boom, we hit the neighborhood. Phone's ringing. Uh-oh.
It's a good neighborhood.
Yeah. Now what do we do? The phone's ringing.
That's right.
Now we have to talk to people, and what do we do next? And so there wasn't a plan. We just did it.
Yes.
And because we'll figure it out along the way.
Yes. Yeah. We're actually, we joined a mastermind, and we had a strategy session with them. And one of the things that they said, they're like, it's funny watching, like reading your questionnaire and what you guys, filled out. But what was most interesting is that you guys even said all of that you didn't know exactly what you were doing, or you didn't know what the end destination was. And so you're always worried about the questions you're not asking. And they're like, it doesn't even seem like you guys would be those people, because you're just action, and you've achieved everything you have without asking maybe the right questions. You just did it and figured it out as you went. And it was nice to hear somebody from the outside say that, because it really truly is who we are. We're just all about action, and the reason we got where we are today is because we just kept going. And we didn't care if we were right or wrong. We just went in the direction we thought was where we should be headed, and we figured it out as we go. But that was why we had in our questionnaire, we don't know that we're asking the right questions, because we never know if we're asking the right questions. We just keep going, and we're like, I hope this is right, but I don't know what question I should have asked in order to tell me to go this way instead of this way. And it's just part of the process. And like we talked about FUD recently, you can't be in the fear, uncertainty, doubt to do this, right? You can't be that person and go without a plan. So you've got to find that middle ground where you feel like you've got enough information to take a step. right?
Yes.
Yeah. So action is the most important thing. You have to be able to take a step without having all of the information, but having enough that you don't feel like, you're misguided, right? Mm-hmm. Because if we would have said we want to be mountain climbers, well, that's silly. We wouldn't have said that. I was trying to think of an example right off the cuff. And we did try, different things.
Yes, we did.
But we had enough information that said, hey, we might want to do this. We tried it, dabbled, went, eek, nope. And we dabbled into something else, went, eek, nope, until we found real estate. But my hit home message is taking action. Sometimes action can be as simple as the phone call, right? Mm-hmm. The Investor Club phone call.
Yep.
And starting to ask questions so that your gut kind of says, hey, this is the right thing to do, and this is the bucket of money that I'm comfortable doing it with. Mm-hmm. But don't think that you have to have a 20-page business plan all detailed out and figured out, and that you have to think of every question to ask in order to move forward, or you're going to get stuck. Mm-hmm. And years are going to go by, and you're going to end up with a lot of regret because you just didn't take a first step. So,
and even if you do have a plan, don't be worried or afraid to go against that plan.
Alter it, yes. Yep. Cross it off, rip it apart, start all over. That's happened to us so many times. Mm-hmm. Even in this house, I think. I've got a house unpacked, and I was like, psh, psh. Okay, we went this way. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? You just got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, I think is really what this should be titled. Yep. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. You don't have to have a plan to do anything, and if you have that mindset and that attitude, you will go far in life.
That's right.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times we went to the store at 8 a.m. saying, we're going to make this tonight for dinner. And then at 3 o'clock, we're like, let's go out.
Yep.
And the food stays in there for another week. And
yes.
Yeah. Horrible about that. Anyway, we hope that you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you're heading on over to our website, freedomcapitalinvestments.com, to join that investor club.
Yes.
That is a plan. Join the investor club.
Yep.
And then get the questions, ask the questions, do the research. Mm-hmm. But we're also on all the social medias, and again, the whole team's out on the social medias as well. So if you have any questions, let us know. But we like to end all of our episodes with
invest smart,
live happy. Bye, everybody.
Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions and information on the show are not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit and loss.